My name is Reverend Ken Kimiywe, the Senior Pastor at CITAM Buruburu, and also serve as the Deputy Bishop of Christ is the Answer Ministries. I would like to again welcome you to this time together. We began by, introducing the whole subject of the 5 languages of love last week, and we began by looking at the first language of love, which is affirmation words. And we saw that there is need for us in marriage to affirm one another, to say good words to each other. Instead of putting down one another, we need to affirm one another. Secondly, today we are going to be looking at yet another language of love, and that is acts of service. What do I mean by acts of service? Acts of service is what you do that you know your spouse or your partner loves being done to them. And there are many things that we love as individuals. And one of the aspects that make marriage deep is when you understand your spouse, when you know what tickles them, what pleases them, what makes them feel fulfilled. And one of the ways we can be able to satisfy each other's emotional way of relationship is when we do acts of service. For example, just opening a door, or being able to, bring a meal and serve before your spouse, or even offer to wash clothes, or to go and do shopping on the behalf of the family, or maybe just to do an errand that the other member of the family would appreciate because you have offered yourself to do it. Sometimes we tend to be very selfish and we want people to do things for us. But you know what? It's better to give than always to be receiving. And that's what the Bible says. And when we reach out to your spouse, whether your husband or wife, and do certain things that make them feel nice, you'll be very surprised how they will be so enlightened in the marriage, how they will be so, fruitful in the way they relate to you, and how your communication lines will even be fine-tuned because you have taken time to study one another. Somebody has said the way into the man's heart is through the stomach. And so I believe as a wife, when you cook that good meal and then you serve it, not just anyhowly, but in a way that your husband appreciates, you will have won his heart. And who knows, there is no woman who does not like gifts and opportunities where they can be served. And once in a while as a husband, you can go into the kitchen and help her clean up the dishes, after you have had that lovely meal that she has cooked for you. She will feel complimented. She will feel that there is somebody alongside me who values what I'm doing and who knows the hard work that goes with it. And so in marriage, one of the ways that we can reach one another and even help each other to be better in the way we relate with one another is by acts of service. Just serve one another. In fact, serving is a biblical kind of attribute. Jesus himself said that he did not come to be served, he came to serve. And when we serve, there is a way in which the other person gets to appreciate that they are being reached to. Somebody is trying to reach out to them. And in that way, they feel that you value them, that you are there for them, that they are not alone. They are not just struggling with the chores of life or with the other, domestic needs that need to be met in the house or around you as a family. They know that they can share those responsibilities with somebody who values them and somebody who loves them. And so I want to encourage couples, those of you who are so far removed from one another, try to understand your spouse. Try to reach out to them. And you'll be very surprised that many of us just love to be served, just love somebody doing something good for us. Maybe collecting the children from school, on behalf of the other, or probably even just going to the supermarket and doing the groceries, or doing the household shopping. you'll be very surprised that when we do those things, the other person feels lighter and they feel recognized in the marriage and in that relationship. And so I want to encourage every one of you who are married, those of you who are in relationships, serve one another. And you'll be very surprised how you draw closer to each other in service. And so I want to welcome you again to this CITAM Church Online. If you want to ask any question, if you want to inquire about anything, if you want us to clarify anything, please come and be with us on Facebook, on Instagram, or even on YouTube and on Twitter. We will be here to listen to you and even to affirm what you need to know from us. God bless you.